Hey, Pretty Girl Club. So, today's video, I wanted to talk about what being the pretty shy girl feels like. So, for me, for example, I have social anxiety really bad. And so, a lot of the times, I'm what they call an introverted extrovert. So, I only open up to people who I'm very comfortable around. I can talk a lot when I really am comfortable with you, but if I don't know you, barely know you, I'm probably gonna be damn near mute. I don't know, it's just hard for me to open up to people for real. And I've always been that way. That's why I don't the fact that I'm so popular at my job it mind blows me, because I literally don't approach people first. People approach me first. And that's how I get to know people. Because people just randomly want to talk to me out of the blue. They'll say the most random thing that don't make any sense just to start a conversation with me. I'm like, why would you even say something like that? Or like, did you know that girl picked up that pencil in class today? Like, they'll say the most random stuff that just, like, why? You could come up with it better than that. But so it kind of just, sometimes I need my space, but sometimes I just can't get it because people always want to approach me. If I'm in the grocery store, people would just be all up in my face staring at me, like just trying to figure out what I'm mixed with or something, because my features look very, unique and different. So I get a lot of white people just, I remember when I would work at like the grocery stores and I was a cashier in a predominantly white area, I would always get white people compliment me the most. People like, oh, well, you're from Egypt, or you look so beautiful. Like, white people will come out of nowhere just to give me a compliment. Men and women will do it, old, young, all white people. The only people that I don't get compliments from, which is kind of funny, is unambiguous black women. And I honestly can't even think of a compliment that came from. Like, I'm really thinking right now, because I could tell you how many, I hate more than enough white people. You know what I'm saying? More than enough Asian, more than enough Hispanics and Latinos. I'm trying to tell you. But when it comes to unambiguous women, I can't tell you. Actually, I'm lying. I don't know if comparing you to a celebrity is a compliment or not, because I remember this unambiguous girl coming up to me and she was like, oh, you look just like Angela Bassett. So I don't know, but that's probably the best compliment I've gotten from an unambiguous woman. Compare me to a celebrity, but yeah. And I'll be in a public space, like let's say I'm at a restaurant about to buy some food, and I can just sense somebody's energy from across the room trying to approach me or want to approach me, but it's getting all nervous and stuff. Especially if they're with their friends, their homeboys. I will really notice it. And it's like so obvious. Like, you guys are trying to get somebody in that group to talk to me. And I just pretend like I don't see it. Because sometimes I just don't want the attention. I just want to do what I gotta do and leave. And a lot of the times I get put on the spot. I don't like being put on the spot. There's this guy at my job that is every single day, you guys, will shout my name out really loud every time he sees me, like, hey Maya, he'll be like extra loud with it. And it kind of embarrasses me because I'm the only one he does that to. And it just kind of, because you know how we get the celebrity treatment, and I don't mind it now. I don't mind that attention now, but it's like sometimes I don't want that much attention on me, because it does cause chaos. Because everybody knows I'm the attractive one at the workplace. People don't want me to know that. If I say that myself, it's bad. but everybody else can say it. But let me say it out my own mouth. It comes off conceited, right? So we're not allowed to actually say it, to admit it ourselves. Other people have to do it. You know what I'm saying? But so I never said this, but I know this because people treat me like it. I swear to God. This guy at my job, he had quit about a year ago. He was like a temporary worker, so he only worked temporarily, but he came back a year later, which was like 2 days ago, and he randomly came up to me. I recognized him, but I just don't pay attention to people enough. We have like over 300 people working there, so I don't pay attention to people that much. People will notice me if I'm absent for one day. Be like, where'd you been? It'll take me a week to realize somebody's been gone for a while. But this guy, after a year being gone, came back randomly coming up to me in the middle of me doing my job. And he was just like, oh, you don't remember me? I was here a year ago. Like I think I do remember you. Like, but you remember me, obviously. Did you approach other people and be like, oh, do you remember me from last year? I didn't see him doing that to other people. So it just lets me know where, how people view me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm the most popular, but it's just wild to me because I'm the most quiet one too. I really am. My social anxiety is so bad, you guys. But because people love to approach me, and I'm not a mean person. I'm not going to tell you to go away. I'm going to talk to you. And when people talk to me, I eventually get comfortable with them, and I open up more. So, it just kind of happened over time that I became very popular. But if I wasn't as attractive as I am, I honestly don't believe I would be this popular, because I'm telling you, I do not talk at all. I'm always to myself on my phone. I don't know. If I'm around people too long, I need my space after a while. I can't be around people that much. I'm a homebody. I like to go out sometimes, but I don't like it when there's too many people around. I went to a John B concert the other day. That was fun, but it wasn't my cup of tea. The environment wasn't my cup of tea, because I grew up multicultural, but the environment in the room was very monocultural. In fact, it was very hood in there. So I just felt very out of place. Even though I'm black, just like everybody in the room, culturally, I'm not like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like us. Kendrick Lamar's song, not like us. So I couldn't vibe with the room. I vibe more in multicultural rooms. A room full of different cultures, a mixing pot, because I'm a military brat and I grew up around a mixing pot of different cultures. So I don't thrive in monoracial cultures or monoracial environments as much. Like if it's all white or all black and hood, I can't vibe in those spaces. But if it's a mixing of all of them, it makes me feel more comfortable. I don't know. I noticed that with this job. This is the longest job I've ever kept. I've been at this job for 2 years. I'm a job hopper, like crazy. I never stayed at a job longer than I'll try to tell you 6 months. I'm a job hopper for real. From my first job at McDonald's, I think I worked at an internship at this hotel, and then I went to this restaurant called Cookout. If you're from the East Coast, you probably know about Cookout. Then I worked at Walmart. Then I worked at Amazon. I'm back at Amazon. I might as well tell y'all whatever. I don't care anymore. Amazon. And then I worked at, where else? Geico. I went to the military. I worked at this other warehouse called McLean. And you guys notice I worked at a bunch of warehouses. I worked at Lidl's warehouse too. But that's because I have social anxiety. I don't like to be around customers and people. Those customer service jobs only lasted so long before I quit. And I always noticed I liked warehouse jobs better because I don't have to talk to anybody. But people will still approach me because it's a male dominated environment and I'm attractive. Even when I wear masculine clothes, I'm still attractive. But I don't wear masculine clothes. When I call masculine clothes, it's like a long t-shirt that's bigger than your body size, like in sweatpants. That's my definition of manly clothes. Because I'm so feminine, it's ridiculous. I love pink. I'm pink all day. If I didn't live with my man, my house would be pinked up. I'm so feminine. It blows my mind that there's women out there that have to take feminine classes, because I'm like, I thought that was just inherent to how I just thought femininity was inherent to being a woman. I just thought that's just how we roll, but apparently people have to be taught that. So, I used to suppress my feminine because, people used to pick on me about how it was too girly or whatever. So it was a whole bunch of reasons why I suppressed my feminine, and I have a video coming up about that. I don't know if I posted it already or I'm about to post it, but I already recorded it, so that's coming out soon. But yeah, being shy and pretty, it's just like sometimes you just need your little space, but you don't really get it because people are always up in your face. You'll even have your managers at work always trying to talk to you about anything. It could be something that they already talked to you about, like, oh, did you know your points are low today? You told me that like 2 hours ago. Did you know that? They'll be trying to help me with stuff that I don't really need help with. They'll just overly help you. I noticed that with the male managers a lot. If I have a male manager, he will do that a lot. Like overly try to help me or talk to me about my attendance points or whatever. So I don't mind the extra help. So I'll take the extra help when I can get it. Because, as a feminine woman, you're not supposed to work too hard anyways, right? So I let people help me when they want to help me. I don't have to ask for help. They just help me. If somebody sees me struggling from way across the way, they'll run up and help me like, oh, let me get that for you. So I just let people help me. I don't mind it. But all that small talk that you be trying to do after you help me, I'm not interested for real. I'm good. Thank you. And I really don't like going to the gas station. I mean, okay, I've had men pay for my gas before at the gas station. Like, I'll be about to pump my gas and some man will come up and be like, hold on, let me get that for you, just so they can try to get my number. So I've gotten free gas before. But sometimes I kind of try to make my gas station visits as quick as possible because I don't buy the help. I don't. But a lot of the times people only want to help me so they can approach me. It's like their perfect way of approaching you to get your phone number. And gas stations are notorious for that. At least for me it is. So it's definitely the area where people are more comfortable hitting on you at. Like the damsel in distress, let the feminine woman pump her own gas. Let me get that for you. What's your name? And they'll just do small talk while it's just so like, because I don't mind getting hit on, but when you get hit on all the time, like a lot of females who don't get hit on a lot be like, why y'all complaining about men hitting on you all the time? I wish I had a man hit on me like that. Have you ever heard if you have too much of something, it could be a bad thing, like sugar and water. If you drink too much water, you could actually die. If you get, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, if there's too much of something, it can be like, okay, let's just slow it down a little bit. Like, it gets over, especially when you have social anxiety. If you don't have social anxiety, it probably don't even bother you as much as it does for a person with social anxiety. So that's all it really is. So this video is just strictly for the pretty girls who are more on the shy side or antisocial, all of that, have social disabilities basically. So it can get very like, oh, okay, thank you. You'll even avoid certain places just so you don't get You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say harassed because sometimes you do get harassed. There will be guys that will be in the grocery store who will not stop following me at the grocery store, try to talk to me. Just it'd be the weirdos too, like following me aisle to aisle. I can see it'll be the ones that try not to be obvious, but then there's the ones that are obvious. Those are the creepy ones. So, you just have to deal with all kinds of stuff. I don't like Ubers anymore because if it's a guy, Lord help me. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this really quick. For those pretty girls who deal with social anxiety, what are your experiences like? Do y'all understand? Can y'all relate to what I'm talking about? And I might do a part 2 to this one because I have a lot to say. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you for listening.